Now, we know midfielders often dictate how a team plays, and it's the truth that we all have to quietly admit. They can have that flash that gets the ball to the forwards, the interceptors that have to kick to them. If it hums, you probably are in with a chance of winning the flag. Now, this AFL draft class, people are saying, isn't very deep, but it has massive variety. Some polished professionals, some pure bulls, some club-tied prodigies, and some speculative athletic freaks that have ceilings that could go through the roof. Welcome to another episode of Pocket Profiles, and we're covering the Midfield Masters. To try and unroot some gems, we're going to go through top-tier superstars like Duursma and Sharp, to bargain buys, NGA gold, and some gambles later in the draft, including some State League players. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Pommy and Oz. Hit that like and subscribe button, and in the comments, tell me who you would like your club to target. We're covering the AFL Draft, and heading into the off-season, there'll be loads of AFL content. So stick around and join the Pommy and Oz crew. So first cab off the rank, the crown jewels, if you will. These two define what AFL recruiters really crave. You've got versatility, production, and a touch of arrogance in the contest. The first guy we'll look at, Will Duursma, the Swiss Army knife of football. Pick one. Really, it's going to be obvious. If you could clone modern midfielders in a draft lab, you would look like William Duursma. The Gippsland guy has done it all. Wing, half back, half forward, played a bit of VFL. And the best part, he's looked comfortable everywhere he's staged. 24 touches this year, 12 of them contested, over a goal a game, plus had some real strong championships performance, leading and topping combine metrics. He is that perfect blend of overhead marking, burst speed, and he's got real big vision when he takes the game on. When country needed a spark, he had it. When you could throw him in the middle, he could do it. And he ended up being the MVP, and rightfully so, all Australian honours. Duursma's the type of player that you can draft and shape your system around. He's not just a midfielder, he's a link-up generator. Inside, he breaks through traffic. Outside, he slices teams open. And behind the ball, he can intercept like the seasoned halfbacks in the league. Strong vertical leap, he's got the tank, and he's already looking every side of the elite talent he could be. When he goes pick one, he's definitely going to be that ready-made piece of AFL DNA. Up next, my boy Dyson Sharp, the bull. He's polished, and Dyson Sharp is Mr. Pressure. You know these mids that look like they're built for wet weather footy? Sharp is this. A Lark medalist and All-Australian captain, and easily the most complete inside midfielder we've seen in this year's draft pool. Strong season as well. 27 touches, 6 clearances, 1.3 goals a game at Champs, and a reminder that while he captained his side to the State League title, his game has incredibly improved throughout the years as we've seen him. Not just a hardball get, he's also got them second and third efforts, and he really does look to get the game going. He wins that dirty ball, it's not flashy, but it's effective in the game. The sort of game that really stacks up. He's the black blanket that makes stars shine. And in the Sandful against men, he's really shown that he can do it as well, playing across half forward, which is probably the avenue in which AFL first couple of years, he'll spend a lot of his football. It's funny that he's not been mocked higher, in my opinion. Feels like I'm one of the few that does it. It's because he's not highlight reel. And at the end of the day, these are the kind of guys that do win flags. He's hard, he's your scalpel, one's your hammer in Duursma, and both are ready now. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Dyson goes. Now let's go for the bargain buys, the guys that are going to be second round onwards. And we like a bit of a value. As a Northerner, I love something cheap, and these guys will be in that 30s. Let's look at the first guy, Onley. This guy is a giant. 195 midfielders don't often move like Onley does. Big body, and he's got that grunt with stride. And once his season got rolling, he looked really strong. Since being a bottom ager in Champs last year, there was a lot of talk about him, and people probably forgot about him at the start of the championships. But 23 touches, 10 contested, 13 score involvements in that breakout game against the Allies. He's got inside-out burst and can burst from stoppage and hit targets on the move. And he's a pain in the bum with his marking in and around midfield. He's had some early season hamstring issues, but it's really shown that he is a strong player. His ceiling is massive. In a professional program, this guy could be really, really strong. And we've seen the success of midfielders that are built like giants who have heavy athletic profile, and Onley could be one of them. Jack Dalton, the engine that shouldn't really exist, and this guy here is a pure workhorse. Started the year with both wrists broken in a pre-season gym incident, and somehow 3 months later got the Team of the Year honours and a massive top 10 in the combine running. He is averaging 28 touches and 6 tackles from Sandringham and was really strong in champs level. Size just under 180 will scare some recruiters, but this endurance, this tenacity, the 2 kilometre combine was massive. His overlap run, the fact that he can play wing, inside, mid and half forward. He's the type that you underestimate, and the success rate of these types of profiles in the 30s are really high. You can see it now with players like Dempsey, Goulden, high aerobic capacity who run all day but have speed with burst power are worth their weight in gold. Dalton could be the heartbeat of any side, and I really like these two as the bargain buys. So let's look at the NGA linked. A lot of this, the members only types, and there's a couple that are really good, and Danny Annable is really, really intriguing for me. He is Mr. Professional. Every year there's that midfielder in the NGA that just screams, oh my god, this guy's going to be really good, and that's Danny Annable. He is the leader of the Lions Academy, Allies. He has been super, super strong, and he is a model professional all year, and his numbers are rare. His averages are literally what he gets every game, and he's got a good 6.5 out of 10 in everything you see. He's been really strong as well in his VFL outings for Brisbane as well. He's clean, he's measured, he's unflappable, and his work rate is incredible. He is a real good guy at using his body, knowing when to take contact, when to not, and doesn't waste a touch. He's got that smooth step and the ability to scream at inside 50 in, and he is a long-term prospect. His draft combine was really strong as well, top 10 in the 2K, and people are already hearing about his training habits. He is definitely going to be a long-term prospect for Brisbane, and probably a steal of draft night because people have got him sliding outside of a bid in the top 3. Zeke Uwland, the natural. Annable is precision. Uwland is that poetry, isn't he? Gold Coast fans are going to be excited about this guy because this guy has one of the higher ceilings. Missed the first half of this year with a fracture, but when he came back, he reminded everyone why he was so sought after and was an All-Australian in his bottom age year. He's played 2 years of State League football as well, VFL. He's smooth, he's classy, got a great kick, and can really turn the game. His combine results, they jumped off the page, running vertical, through the roof, standing vertical, top 10 in agility. And when you watch him in the VFL, he just looks at home. He reads the play beautifully and has that sense of calmness. He is really composed under pressure. Brisbane, Gold Coast, they have first rights. Their academy is going to be laughing at this one. They are building one of the more fearsome midfielders, and he's the kind of player that makes good teams look great. Let's look at speculative ones, and you know what? I like a guy with huge upside that's maybe forgotten about. Let's look at Sam Allen, the athletic project. Sam Allen was building one of the great draft climbs until his ACL in May, and that hit pause on his year. But he was the poster child for that modern-day movement. He was really strong, and in the pre-season combine, you know, the running vertical was good, and at Oakley, he really showed how good he was at finding the ball. He glides through the surface, smooth hands, composure, and a knack for taking the game on. ACLs always make some clubs flinch, but this guy is an athlete with intelligence. Pre-injury form, this guy could be huge, and you're going to have to stash him for 18 months. It's a calculated gamble, but his tools are elite, and the patience with the right kind of coaching could see Sam Allen being the smoky of this draft. Cal Smith, this guy is a bruiser, and when you're the grandson of Kevin Bartlett, you're going to learn a few things in that DNA. He has got a real big improvement this year. Real strong in the juniors, 22 touches, 5 clearances, 5 tackles a game in Coates League, power, strength, and that defensive mindset. And that's a big thing that jumps off the radar with him. When teams thrive on their defensive application, That's when you want to see these players in the AFL, and he's good at that ugly stuff. He's versatile too. He's played down the back, also on the midfield and on the ball and on the wing, and he's adaptable, and it's these qualities that make him so attractive as a project. He's a dream. He loves and values that defensive structure, but he's not scared of getting ahead of the ball. He's definitely going to be in that later range, but you can see in the right culture with the right effort, this guy could be a real talent because he ticks all the boxes. Now let's look at the State League. And we love a mature lad, and I think this is one of these things where people might go into. We've seen the success recently, Sean Manor and co, that have really hit the ground running. The first guy we're going to look at, we've talked about a lot on this show, Harry Scott, the Tiger that turned himself inside out. Richmond's VFL has quietly become an AFL factory. Harry Scott looks next in line. He's that nice 188 size who can play on the wing, moved inside, played across half forward, and is incredibly effective in and around the clearances. Real strong season this year that really shows how much he's improved. He's clean, he's tough, and he's agile as well. And at 20 years old, he's that perfect age. And he's got hunger. And there's a real, prototype value here. I think if you rookie this guy could be a real strong little acquisition. And we've seen how much success we've had on going this route. Tom Blamires is another one as well. The Frankston flyer. And in the VFL this year, he has been that real standout player. Went from Sandringham, which we know is so strong, and became a medalist, the VFL Team of the Year, and won the club's BNF, and 25 touches, 5 score involvements, and 4 tackles per game, really showing that mid-halfback, he's got the tank, but the composure and the defensive application to go along with his polish. In a system where I think at Frankston, they really pride themselves on hard work. You've only got to go and watch his VFL game against Collingwood, where he took the piss against strong AFL players. Now, at 23 years old, he's that mature body, but this is something that you take a chance on. These are the Sean Manor 2.0. I hope someone takes a punt on him, because I think that the high floor option makes him incredibly safe. So let's recap then. Your top tier, obviously, Willem, Duursma, Dyson, Sharp, AFL ready, leadership core, top 10 locks. Your bargain buys, your Riley Onleys, your Jock Daltons of this world, power, persistence, that mid-tier range. Your NGA boys, the ones that you can look at but you can't touch, Annable and Zeke Uwland, professional, polished, match ready. Speculative guys, Sammy Allen, Callum Smith, ceiling over floor, and your State League lads, Harry Scott and Tom Blamires, mature depth, rookie to impact within 12 months. This midfield class isn't about hype, it's depth, it's captaincy, it's culture, it's chaos. Every tier potentially has an AFL player in it in the right system. Half of these names will make, for me, 100 games in AFL in the right system. So now it's your turn. Who are your top 3 midfield masters? Let them know in the comments. Who would you like to see your club take a punt on? Who is the most AFL ready? And which bargain are you looking forward to bragging about in 3 years? Let's talk about it. We'll be back on Sunday, 6 PM. Can't wait to see you all. Want to hear your hot takes, and let's argue about it, as the draft is all about conversations. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, become a part of the Pommy and Oz community. Next episode, we're looking forward to looking at tall timber, so I can't wait to do that one. I'm Pommy and Oz. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.